Hey, I am Tim Eliopoulos with the Ohio Tactical Officer Association, and with me today I have Aaron Quinn from Cobalt Kinetics. How are you, Aaron?
Doing well, thank you.
Really awesome to see you again.
Good to see you.
So let's just start right with this. How long have you been coming to the OTOA conference?
This is actually our first year.
Okay, excellent. And which is even better because what do you think? I'm curious, since it's your first time, fresh blood, how does this look to you?
In preparing for it, the fact that it's one day for the show as well as the live fire event, I was excited because you go to shows and you have multiple days. It's a drain, but at the same time, coming for one day, you're going, this is kind of a strong push for a better way to say that possibly. But it's all day and you just run with it. But the concentricity of what you get, or the concentration of what you get here, is really good. So, you don't have gaps in time. Everyone's coming around. It's been really good. Your
time's valuable. We realize that. I mean, I would estimate probably with everyone here, as far as students, vendors, staff, there's probably about 2,500 people. So do you feel like you're getting a chance to see all these people getting brought through your booth?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say 2,500 worth, but I mean, it's been nonstop all day.
We're going to call it 2,500.
Yeah.
He didn't have a clicker.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Cobalt Kinetics. Yeah. What do you think, in your opinion, sets you guys apart from another AR manufacturer or, gun manufacturer?
There's tons of AR companies out there.
Right.
One thing that does set us apart, and I wouldn't say not even close that we're the only ones, is there are fewer gun companies or fewer AR companies that aren't just buying parts and putting them together.
Sure.
With their logo on it.
Yep. People don't realize how common that actually is.
Oh, yeah. People would be surprised.
Right.
And shocked at how much of that actually happens. So we design all of our parts. We cut all of our parts and control 100% of what comes out. How our guns are put together and the components as to why. We look at every single component in the firearm and we make conscious decisions on how it interacts with other parts and the why behind what we put in.
I mean, that's huge, and that's a great way to explain it. One thing I've noticed on these, and that sets it a little bit apart that I feel, is explain the difference of your receiver sets and how they extend into the actual handguard and why that's important for somebody who may not be as affluent to that.
Yeah, and when you look at it, it's going to look and appear like another AR.
Right.
But underneath the handguard here, the upper receiver actually extends out about 2 3/4 inches.
Yep.
And those threads are inverted. It's not the first time that's been done, and there are other companies that have done that. We do it a little bit differently, and the execution is where the idea really becomes noticeable, I guess, and the consistency at which it happens. And so what that does is it completely deslaves, and that's what we call it, is deslaving the handguard and the barrel. So what attaches the barrel to the receiver doesn't actually affect or touch the handguard. So it's a more free float system. You probably can't see this in here, but the rigidity of the barrel in there is really tight. There's not much wobble there.
Yeah.
And from our standpoint, that allows you to recover and readdress shots. Follow-on shots are easier to know the accuracy of those shots. And then when you mount things on there, they're going to stay. No zero shifts or anything like that.
And I think it's pretty important because I'm sure you're probably aware, cops, we don't really treat our equipment all that great. We tend to beat the living crap out of it.
Yeah, neither do I, though.
Which is, they're tools, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, we're moving things in and out of cars. We're running in houses. We're treating our equipment pretty rough because it should be able to. The issue, though, is it can't always withstand that. And nowadays, with modern times, we're running lasers. People are running night vision more commonly. You're putting it up there. You are expecting that laser to be zeroed, to be perfect. And with that being more rigid and stiff, you don't have to worry about that not being in place. Your front sight post that's up there, all of these things, that can become an issue.
Yeah.
And with this, I feel like you don't have that problem.
Yeah, consistency and predictability should be a non-issue to someone who's putting their life on the line. One, the gun needs to go bang when it needs to go bang. Yep. But also, everything that you put on that gun, you put on there for a reason, and you should have the confidence that it's going to maintain what you expect it to maintain.
So what all platforms do you guys currently manufacture?
The small frame right now comes in 5.56, 300 blackout, 6mm arc, and 6.5 Grendel.
All right.
At the end of this year, we'll be releasing a larger frame with 308, 260 Remington, 6.5 Creedmoor, those longer calibers.
Outstanding. Anything else we need to know about this platform? Just that it's the best?
You know, it's on its way to the best. Like the best isn't achievable because we're always moving forward.
I like that answer.
So my opinion is probably the second best rifle, and we're currently working on the first.
Sounds like you'll never settle for what you have. You're always going to make it a little bit better every time.
It's probably a flaw I have, yeah.
I like it. Hey, we really appreciate you coming out here. It's great meeting you. Awesome checking this out. Take care, all right?
Thanks.
All right.